So I started my job as a reading specialist a little over a week ago, and basically, um, we're like independent contractors. Well, the company just sends me wherever they need me to go, wherever there's a student that needs reading intervention. And right now, I am currently working with one student 4 days a week for a week and a half. For 4 days a week for an hour and a half each day. And I'm also going to school full time. And I have my graphic design business on the side where I have a couple orders that are currently pending for some custom t-shirts and invitations. And then I have my 7-year-old, got to keep up with his appointments, his homework, and all that. And so it's kind of a lot. So my ADHD symptoms have definitely been flaring up. Last week, I missed my son's doctor's appointment because I arrived a half hour late because I was sure that the appointment was at 3:30, and then I get there and they tell me that I missed it, that it was actually at 3. So that's like my ADHD brain tricking me there. And also, he gets like a homework packet every Friday, and then we have to do the homework packet. He has to do it throughout the week and turn it in the following Friday. And I've been so busy with school and work and everything else that I noticed Thursday night of last week that I hadn't taken the time to sit down and do homework with him. And so we were up pretty late finishing his homework. And if I'm being honest, I just have felt like a really crappy mom lately because of the appointment that I missed, the fact that I haven't really had time to sit down and work with him, the fact that my office and my room is a mess, like it literally looks like a tornado hit. I haven't done laundry in like 2 weeks, and I really have no motivation because I feel like I'm just so exhausted from trying to keep up with the things that I have to do every single day that by the time I'm done, I either don't have the energy or don't have the time to do laundry and clean my room and tidy up and all that. It's not exactly depression. It's just lack of energy and lack of time. I guess it feels more like burnout. I guess if I had to describe it, it's probably closer to burnout. And my anxiety has definitely been through the roof. And I've been taking I had been taking it for over a month, and I had not noticed any symptoms whatsoever or any relief in my anxiety. I mentioned previously that I think Trintellix is mostly used for to alleviate depression, so I'm not really sure why my provider gave me Trintellix when I told her I wanted to mostly focus on doing something about my anxiety. And the one tried and true method, the one medication that has actually worked in the past to alleviate both my anxiety and my depression is Zoloft. And I have a couple videos talking about how I was on that about, I think, 2 years ago, and how it took a couple of weeks to start working, but eventually I started feeling great. And I was on it for about 8 months, and then I gained a lot of weight. Throughout those 8 months, I gained a lot of weight, which is why I had to come off it. But if it wasn't for the weight gain, I would have definitely stayed on it. Because if you've been following my videos, I've tried like 6 or 7 medications in the past couple of months, and I'm just tired of doing this whole trial and error thing. And I'm at a point in my life right now where I just have so much going on that I just told my provider, I'm struggling to clean my room, my office. I'm struggling to do things around the house. I don't have the time or the energy. And then so what she did was, because I'm also on what is it, a stimulant. I'm also on Ritalin, which I recently started. And she had put me on 10 milligrams, and she said, you know what, let's just increase your dose of Ritalin from 10 to 20 milligrams, and hopefully that'll help with your motivation and lack of focus and all that. And I said, okay, but what about the anxiety? Because the Trintellix is not helping at all. And I said, you know what, just put me back on Zoloft. And she's like, yeah, but that's the medication that made you gain weight. And I said, yeah, but I think I've plateaued because I haven't gained or lost any weight since the last time I was on it. I have tried really hard to lose weight and go back to my normal weight, but unfortunately I haven't been able to. And I didn't want to go back on Zoloft, but like I said, I'm tired of just doing this whole trial and error with all the different medications. So I decided to, at least for now, go back on Zoloft, and hopefully that will help alleviate some of the anxiety that I've been experiencing, because I just have a lot going on. So today was actually my first official day on 100 milligrams of Zoloft. She put me on that dose because that is the last dose that I took 2 years ago. 2 years ago, when I initially tried Zoloft, I started on 25 milligrams, and then she gradually increased it to 100. So I guess she decided it'd be okay to start me on 100. I've stopped taking the Trintellix. So today, as of today, I'm officially on 100 milligrams of Zoloft and 20 milligrams of Ritalin. And I just have a lot on my mind, and I can't seem to keep up with everything that I have going on. And it's a lot, and I had to start working because previously I was on unemployment, but that's all but run out already. And so I applied for this part-time job as a reading specialist. And the fact is that I also needed the experience working with children, because that is important to have experience working with children, because I'll be applying to graduate school soon for speech language pathology. So that's going to help me stand out. But anyway, I will be back.